y'all, this is a requested video. We have people who wanted to know about my sticker storage system after I shared my ridiculous stack of the Coffee Monster Co. stickers. I'm thoroughly addicted to her amazing work, and while I'm trying to use them, I have a lot of precious collection, let's put it that way. So anyway, I posted this picture because I've got bean cards to redeem. If you're one of the potato pack, you understand that. But I've got a huge stack of those too. So when I de-beaned some new cards last night, I took a picture of the audacity of my collection. But people asked about my sticker storage system. I'm not surprised about that. I know that when I see someone post something fun like that, that's usually my response as well. So I figured I'd just get this going immediately. So excuse the chip nails and the fountain pen fingers, but I'm going to show you what I have set up. The albums I chose are from Bubba Bear Studios, which is another sticker company that's nice as well. She's got cute little bears and things that way. But I love her albums. They're a smaller size. They're not a big A5. They're not a binder, so I can move things around. And they have a few different types of inserts. So it's just a disc bound. They generally come like this. So I'm going to show you this first before I showed you what I did to mine. They have covers, very nice, thick acetate covers. I believe she has two sizes of rings. So I think these are, or discs, sorry. I think these are the smaller size of discs. And I really like it. So this keeps my extras inserts. I have two of these like this. And then I have the next size up. I believe these, I made sure I had a ruler. So I think these are the half inch. I think this is technically supposed to be, it's 70.75, but I'm not sure how their numbers rank, but that's how big this one is. Then there's an 1.5 inch ones, I think, or an inch. I have a couple of my miscellaneous where I don't have such a collection in those, and I can show you those as well. But anyway, it kind of comes like this. You can get choices of your inserts. We've got big full pockets and the full size on these and the album itself. So the album is, well, it's not quite 8 inches. So yeah, not quite 8 inches. And then thickness wise, it's a little over 6. And so then you have a full pocket one that would fit a sticker of 5 by 7. Yeah, 5 by 7 sticker sheet can fit in this size, full pocket, and it's just entered on the side, so they're not going to go falling out of your album. Then there's the split one for 2. These are the ones that I use the most for the Coffee Monsters, because she does the size stickers the most. And so these ones, if I can have the ruler on right, is 5 by not quite 3.5 for it. A lot of sticker makers use this size sheet, I think, because you can fit 4 on a piece of paper that you're cutting and printing to make stickers. So it's a very common size for it. And you can get 2. Obviously, I fill it, you'll see I fill it front and back, so I'm taking advantage. And again, the opening is on the inside, so nothing's gonna fall out. And then the last size I have, there may be more sizes, I'm not sure, but these are the 3 I've been using, is a 4-pack. Now this one does open this way, but it's still, nothing's gonna fall here, and it's pretty compact. I'm not throwing mine around, so it's working fine. But these fit little sheets. I use this to do the die cuts and things like that for the most part. So those are the 3 types of sheets. Like I said, this one I just have all my extras in, so I'll put those back in after I'm done filming. And then I went ahead and I bought bigger discs because again, this collection is insane. So I believe these are 2-inch discs. They're on Amazon. Oh, I can link them below. Perfect. Yeah, I'll link them below. I do still use one of the acetate covers that comes directly from Bubba Bear, but then I like to make my own front cover. And so I took one of the cards, paper cards we got, and I upgraded my laminator, and this is laminated in 10 millimeter, so it's very sturdy for it. Punching can be a bit tricky because I have not found a punch that is perfect for this particular small size. And sorry for the ring shine. It's better than not being able to see it because it's dark, but I'll try and tilt it this way. There we go. But yeah, so punching it can be a bit of a pain in the butt. I ended up getting the crocodile single one and marked it out and just single did it and managed to do it for all these, and it was fine. But anyway, it makes a beautiful front cover, super fun. I did forget to show you, but I'll show you on this one that they do have tabs. So she has divider sheets as well, so you can label them for it. So this is my miscellaneous and subscription book, which I haven't labeled yet, but for my subs and miscellaneous stickers, that's this guy. We won't do a flip through just yet. I wanted to show off all the covers first. So this was one of our bags that everyone loved, including me. And so same thing, laminated super thick. I left these clear because I just liked that sort of look for it. And we won't talk about the dividers just yet. Another one, this is my big boy for it. I might be ending up splitting this one to another one, we'll see. But another of the bags that is just so cute. And then yet another bag is the more floral bag for this cover here. So I have 4 of these guys. If we flip them this way, this is the stack that I showed in my picture. It's huge. Matter of fact, I don't even know on this. Yeah, so we're what, 7 inches of stack. Obviously, they're all divided in that way, but they're nicely organized in the sections that work for my brain now. So I'll scooch them. And we're just going to grab one. I don't have them, I don't have like a book 1 and book 2, but I just have them situated in here. All right, I'm going to try, now I'm just going to try and keep tilting, I think, to avoid that glare for you. Everything, it's all plastic, so it's very shiny. I will list all of my tab options, my dividers, my categories below. But I do have in this book, there's seasonal, self-care, health, sleep, and emotion. And then that glare is going to drive me bonkers, guys. Let's see. Let's just do it this way. Okay. And then, so we got the divider, and then we just go into, so this one has a 4-way for a few of the tinier cards, and then it's just glory. I can't flip all of these. This video will be so long, but we just have, so this is seasonal, so this is holidays. I do have it divided up by, it starts in spring. I mean, it has miscellaneous, but then it starts in spring and goes all the way to winter. In my self-care, that's where we've got like routines, morning routines, working out, a few like good thoughts, the face wash, that kind of stuff is what I have in self-care. In health, so working out is not in that one, sorry. Working out is in health. And so doctor's stuff, eyeglasses, flossing, and then different exercise. In sleep, there's lots of cute, I love those little slothies. There's sloths, there's beds, there's up too late, all that kind of stuff is what I put in sleep. And then emotion has yays all the way to the nays. I gotta love the poop pigeon, it's one of my favorites. Yeah, so just all of the different, feelings goes in that one. And some cards are a little bit harder to decide where it goes. And some people might put one particular card in one area that I would put in a different area. So you do you, for sure. But then in this book, I have entertainment, reading, social, create, food, and then my kids. And so this is my big boy. I'm thinking of moving the kids into, I think I'm about dividing these, particularly since we just got a new adorable bag, so I can make a new cover. But entertainment is just like fun stuff, TV, yeah, tickets, music, puzzles, games, that kind of stuff is in there. Reading, of course, is about reading, so it's got quotes, lots of the books, audio, her little review ones, that kind of stuff there. Social I use for me being social, so not social media, but actually friendly things. So it's a tinier category, but texting with friends, doing that kind of stuff. Mail, I've did what was that? Is that February's? It's not Inktober, that's October. What did they call that February one? We did a pen pal. There was a whole bunch of pen pals in February. I didn't see anybody talk about it this year, but that's kind of weird. But anyway, that was fun. And I had a few stickers that I wanted to use to market, and I used a couple. In Create, this is both using my stickers and paints and journal and all that kind of stuff, as well as my own little shop attempted endeavors. And so it's got a lot of her using the crafts, the pens, swatch pages, photos, organizing stickers, that kind of stuff. I was in a Muggle Art Studies group during COVID that was super fun, and so had this. I actually need to get a new one. I don't know if this one is an available sticker. I need to put it on my wish list, because it turns out I'm not a Gryffindor. I'm a Hufflepuff, and yeah, so now I need to get a new one. So anyway, that's that section with some new. I just filled a lot of these new ones in. Then food, of course, is food. All the different edibles that come in that is that we've got meal preps and yummy things in that category. And then the kids is a little trickier. And oh my gosh, this book is so big. My arm is literally sore. Right now, I tried to divide up some of the, I don't get full kits of the way I journal, but I get some. I love the sticky notes and stuff. And so I kind of have them separated with intent to do, this one for this month, like color coded almost. It didn't work out very well for this last quarter, so I'm going to change it just a little bit. But right now, that's how this section is organized, in part because I need more section stickers, so they're stacked up in these together in the bigger ones. And then it's, I have a few just like the doodle kits, random little stickers that way. So kind of an odd section for me that I'm working through, but it does make this guy a little beefy. So you might see that turn into 5 albums before you know it. The third regular album I have has heads. So that's your emoji heads, work, shop, chores, and money. So the heads is literally just all of our wonderful emoji heads. I have been using my little skinny sheets immensely. I can show you guys how I have that organized too, for it. And so these ones haven't gotten as much love now that I've had those skinny ones I can take on the go, but I do have them in here. Work, of course, is any emojis I find work for my work. So writing, computer work, paperwork, yeah, that kind of stuff, meetings. I teach a little dog school, so sometimes we have no school, so I have one of those, even though I don't have children. Appointment canceling ones are nice. Yeah, so that's work. And then shop is where I have my attempted my attempted sticker shop, a creative shop is probably how I should phrase it. My own attempted creative shop at one point, and obviously doing some posting and videos and that kind of stuff, keeping track. So I think it only really has like the media. Yeah, mostly media. Oh, there's a little bit of mailing things out. And for the recording, I did love that she made these. For posting, editing, and making the video. Yeah, so that's what that section is. Then chores is, oh, we missed putting one away. There you go, so you can see my process on that. So chores is, of course, chores. There's vacuuming, dishes, vet, scooping the yard, that kind of stuff. And so when I get a new sheet to put away, I debean. And I have my books next to me. When I debean them, if I know exactly where it goes real fast, I literally just have the book. Let's do this real quick. I have the book closed in front of me. And then I have this one. I know it's organized. I go right to the tab and I just stick them in the front. And I do that for all of them. And so when I've put all of them where they should go, then I go through, I bring out my, my extra deals, and I go through each album, but apparently I missed one. So I find him like here, I just put him in the back. I will do usually a little flip just in case there's an empty spot. In this case, this is those little house chore ones in one big one. So while this is blank, it's not an empty spot. Instead, we go all the way to the back, and this one is empty. Now, the one part to remember, if you like it set up like this to where I flip it this way and I can see everybody heads up, is that when you're putting it in this back page, you have to make sure that you don't put it in this way because he's going to be upside down. And so instead you have to make sure that you do flip him on his head when you put it in there. So that's just save yourself some trouble, because I've gone through like several times where I'm like just stuffing, and then I go to flip and I'm like, half of them are upside down. So there you go. And then yep, he just added to the pile of chores. And then the last one is money. So that's shopping, finances, yeah, no spend, shipping, that kind of stuff in there. So yeah, so that's my 3 main albums. And then this one is my miscellaneous album. So I liked that I used that different cover instead of the clear for this one. And then I also, because he's not clear, I can put my who packaged it tracker. And so I have a ton of extras, particularly Eula's my gal. She does 99% of my shipping, I swear. But so yeah, every time I do get a good one on here, I'm missing Papa Tater and Helen, hint, hint, for it. But I just have this little tracker in here. I thought that was really cute. I put the coaster because it's really just adorable right there. And then it is just all sorts in here. So there's some date sticker or a day of the week stickers, our seals in various ways, more seals. I love the doodly ones, and then the old school ones are so cute. And then yeah, just your strips, your quotes, just the ones that just don't really have another category for me go in this miscellaneous. So it's huge. But what I did want to show you is when we start getting here is that I start having, oh my gosh, 1 more page, 2 more pages, sorry. Wow, so many, is these guys. Okay, so then I start having the 4 because I use it for all the die cuts and decal stickers. And oh my gosh, this was one I had to stuff so much. I'd been putting the ones I had in one of the envelopes that we got and just hadn't been putting them away. And so I had so many to put away today. But I can't. There's that. Okay. Hold on. I knew I had a spot for these. So there's a few more tabs to go away. But I was like, I know this has a home. All right, it's a little hard to hold and not have glare. There we go. let's see. Then yeah, just all the amazing work that's there. I may have just covered a sticker on that spot. But yeah, so some of them have duplicates, some of them I don't. I want to get to trying to use these. I did put the trying on my planner for this last quarter and loved it. So I'm gonna pick someone to go on the next planner. But how can you just not? How can you not collect all of these things? They're so amazing. And then we go into, so that's just like like I said, miscellaneous, either sticker sheets that don't really have another category perfect, and then all of those lovely bits. And then I have a new section, so new it's not even labeled, that is for the subscriptions. And so I have the decals that came with the kits first, a few pockets that came, and then it's just the random sticker allotment that comes with the different kits. Just all the different yays that are through there. I think did I put that card in there? I did, yeah, because she changed, because of the subscription change, she sent this awesome email, and so I really liked it because it had that checklist of what you're supposed to have in there, which was cute. So I just put that in there even as well. So then it marks our new section, and then I do have just a couple random ones in there in case. So yeah, that is how I keep my discs done. Now there's two other things I do for my Coffee Monster stickers. Let me grab them. So these two go with me everywhere. I have my heads. These are the skinny heads I was saying. I have them on a disc or on a ring rather, if I can get those two right, and just all of them here. I do have them organized and numbered beyond, so she has her own little numbers for when we're ordering, and some of them match, like lots of the A's matched, but there you go. This one I end up relabeling as an A4 instead of C2. And then how I use that is, because sometimes I only have my journal with me, and so I don't have these with me, but I need to make sure I fill out which one I would use in my daily. And I guess I should show that to you real quick. So on a daily, I do an AM mood and a PM mood, and I have that nice and consistent throughout this lovely journal. And so if I don't have my whole bag with me, essentially, if I don't have these with me, I have them organized. And so I did this in my last year's journal, and then I actually just scanned the page and printed it on paper, on nice thin Tomoe River paper, and just glued it into this one. I'm getting ready to set up my Q2 book, and we'll be doing the exact same thing. It's worked awesome to be able just to flip. Even when I do have this, like trying to decide, I used to take this and like give it a flip like this until I found what mood I feel like I was in. But having this all splayed out has just worked even better, because I can just flip to it and go, what do I feel like this? And it's D4. And then if I don't have the stickers with me, I'm trying to think, I did yesterday's, right, or Thursdays. I just write the number down. And so then I have the chance, I can come back later and then put the head down. So that way I'm not missing days, because you know how that is to our brains, is that we just start going, oh, I missed it, and falling off. So that's how I use my emoji heads to track my moods on my dailies. And then I have all of my tiny dots, the newest edition, in this little case. The ones that are in the cover are actually extras I accidentally ordered once. And then in the back, I have the today's, and then these two sheets I use on my weekly tracker. I do a little bit of Helen-esque mood tracking, and these little guys have been awesome in using right as the level of moods, and so I've been doing that in there. And so I keep them separate just because they kind of have a specific job. But everybody else fits in the middle. I don't have these organized yet. I only have them split in my first stack I've had forever and my newest ones I've just added. And so they've been living like this. I've literally just debeaned these yesterday. So now I think I'm going to figure out a way to do it. I'm thinking of using this other side. I did that in my first one when I only had like 12 tinies. I had the emojis on one side and the tinies on this side. Now that I have so many, I think I'm going to do the same thing of trying to figure out an organized way. I kind of know where they are, and there's not so many that I can't just give them a flip to find the one I need. But I think it might be nice to have a little bit more surety of where to flip to. So, but then this little album, I think this is a Jet Pens. So it's MIFA, oh, my favorite. Okay. So my favorite, little guy, I got him all tagged up, and, I'm obsessed with pen cases and all that kind of stuff too, in addition to my sticker nonsense. And so, yeah, so I carried it around, or I have had it for a while before it got this job, but it fits. It's just really nice. And then it fits perfect in one of my pockets of my bag for to go. And so I can have it with me all the time. So that is me done telling you all the things about all of these lovely things. As always, I can't tell you how much I love Helen's work. She's amazing, so sweet, and I'm happy to indulge and support at the same time. And hopefully this was helpful in either categories of ways you can divide your stickers, thoughts of how you can use them a little bit more. I could use more thoughts of how to use them more. So if you have any great suggestions, drop them in the comments below. As always, give it a subscribe. I pop videos when the world strikes, and hopefully that can be a little bit more often. But we'll see you later, and we'll definitely see you over in the Coffee Monster group. Bye.